Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rana Ravi from MSME and Startup Committee ICAI. I would like to welcome our speaker, Professor Kapil Kumar Suri sir, and our coordinator, CA Sanjeev Bhandari sir, for today's Pathshala series. Today's our topic will be AI is the new drive of MSME businesses. So, sir, over to you, Sanjeev sir.
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Respected Chairman, sir, Vice Chairman, sir. It is a great honor and privilege for me to introduce the worthy speaker and dynamic speaker personality, Dr. Kapil Suri, sir. So, before introducing, I would like to say about myself. I am an insolvency professional and doing practice in MSME and NPA management. So it is also my core field, and I would be very happy to listen to Dr. Kapil Suri sir. So let me introduce now Dr. Kapil Suri sir. He is an international corporate trainer, consultant, business coach, and faculty in the domain of information technology and management for last more than 2.5 decades. He is very respectable IT professionals within the country and overseas. He regularly conducts programs for companies like IBM, Oracle, Microsoft, HP, Google, SAP, Deloitte, PwC, KPMG, any more corporate entities. So the list is infinity, you may say. So these sir have the vast experience along with the Indian Army and many more services he have served. Along with corporate profile, he is equally involved in and contributing in the academics too. He is associated with many premier technology and B schools of the country and abroad like IIMs, IITs. Also a senior DSA and FAFD faculty for the ICAI till date for the last 27 years. He has trained thousands of corporate professionals along with students around the globe. Along with corporate assignments, he's equally involved into sports too. He was a national cricket player, sir. How can you manage, sir, so many profiles? It's a very honor that you are also a cricket player. So he has represented Madhya Pradesh Cricket League number of times. Currently member of MP Ranji team, Kings 11 Punjab, Lucknow Super Giants. He is mentoring. He was number of awards and prizes. Many prizes he has won, sir. While talking around this academics, he did his BE, Computer Science Gold Medalist. His gold medalist from SGSITS. He did his MTech from IIT Kanpur, MBA from IMS DABB, gold medalist again. Very well, sir. CISA, PhD, so many academics profiles he has in his kitty. His expertise in the area of SCM, ERP, SAP, all modules, data warehousing, business intelligence, SAP BO, SAP BW, SAP BI, dashboard technology, cloud computing using AWS, cloud computing using Azure, big data analytics using Hadoop, big data analysis using Python, big data analysis using Apache Spark, artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, data science, and any more. He has on his kitty. Information system security, cyber security, fraud detection using machine learning. So the list is endless. He is awarded Best Student Award, Best Faculty Award, Best Trainer Award, and many more. His number of research papers published in the national as well as international level. Along with technical, he is also one of the leading trainer in the area of life management system and Swift skills. He is also on the board of executive members of many institutions and organizations in India as well as abroad. Now, I would not take much time between you and the worthy speaker, and I would request the worthy speaker, Dr. Kapil Kumar Suri, to enlighten us on this topic. Very important. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Very nicely, Sanjeev ji. Elaborate. Want just, yeah. So thanks to ICI MSME platform to take this great initiative because under the current scenario, we consider not from our country point of view, but globally, that this is a phase of transformation. That is the transformation, which we also known as change. That is the change. And you name it, any business organization at this moment, you name it. Any business unit globally as well as within the country, irrespective of the nature, irrespective of the size, they all are under the phase of transformation because for each and every organization, even for regulators, suddenly 30th of November 2022, when suddenly one company came into the market from United States, that is the OpenAI, and the product they released, that is the ChatGPT. Then suddenly, each and every organization, they feel like that if until unless they unable to configure their business with this particular domain. Sanjeev ji, kindly just confirm my screen is accessible.
Yes, sir. It is accessible.
Okay. So everybody was started feeling that if this particular domain, which is at this moment, I think become one of the hottest term globally, that is ARTIFICIAL that is artificial intelligence. Although technology is not a new term, technology is not a new thing for any corporate, for any business organization, and especially if we think about SME and MSME, then I hope all of you would agree. It is honestly and officially admitted, even by the government of India, that SME and MSME is the backbone of the country, because every second business organization into the country is not a big enterprise. But without SME and without MSME, even the big organizations, whether it is a Maruti Suzuki or whether it is a Lupin or whether it is a GlaxoSmithKline or whether it is a FedEx or whether it is a State Bank of India, means irrespective of the nature or irrespective of the size, even no big enterprise able to survive without SME and MSME. I hope all of you would agree. And SME and MSME would be the backbone, and mostly, as per my involvement into the corporate from last more than 2.5 decades, and I worked and I interacted because regularly I'll directly conduct program from MSME platform. So I know how the SME and MSMEs are working internally, because mostly SME and MSME usually come under the vendor management. They usually come under the supplier. They usually supply. Maybe you suppose we'll consider the case of any manufacturing unit like any automobile. So you think about any small component, you think about any small material, raw material, which is processed into the manufacturing unit. So the quality of the finished product depend on to the quality of each and every material, raw material and component, which usually is the finished product of any SME or MSME. Okay. And now SME and MSME, the big challenge. Maximum SME and MSME, they don't have the capacity, especially with respect to CapEx and OpEx. I hope all of you would agree. With respect to capital expenditure as well as with respect to operation costing, to spend just like the big enterprises. Like if we'll consider the case of Volvo, or if we'll consider the case of Eicher. Okay. So this organization, Maruti Suzuki, Toyota, they are having the capacity. Means whenever they want to perform any changes into the business organization. Now, first of all, now before going to discuss, I hope all of you would agree. Into the business, whenever we'll think about the change, then each and every business owner, each and every top level management, each and every business organization, their primary concern is that before change and after change, there should be a change into their PRODUCTIVITY, that is productivity, EFFICIN, CY, that is their efficiency, and then EFFECTIVE and ESS, that is effectiveness. Productivity, efficiency, and effectiveness are the three major concern with respect to SME and MSME, even with any business organization. Productivity, efficiency, mathematically there is a formula, that is output divided by input, and if we multiply with the 100. And now, within the business organization, what is there? Within the business organization, in each and every business organization, Sanjeev ji, on behalf of all, you have to just confirm me that I'm changing my screen so it is properly visible to all of you or not.
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
Ravi. Okay. So whenever we'll think about any business organization, then each and every business organization at the beginning, they create their business model, and within the business model, there are a number of business processes. Okay. Now, in case of SME and MSME, mostly activities would be performed by the owner. Okay. Because like I mentioned, like the big player, they having the capacity to invest more. Okay. And this is the fundamental difference between SME and the big enterprises. Okay. So even the big organization, big enterprises, they able to hire subject matter expert, domain expert, which officially we consider as CONSULTANT, that is consultant. Okay. Even globally. Okay. Means whenever they are looking for the change, like for example, just before 2.5 decades, I hope all of you would agree. Just before 2.5 decades, before when first time, each and every business organization, including SME and MSME, they think about to implement ERP. They think about to implement ERP into their business organization with respect to their business processes. Okay, now when you will think about the business organization, I hope all of you would agree. The backbone of each and every business organization, or strength of each and every business organization, is defined due to its business model. Okay, how effective business model would be followed by a particular business organization. And whenever we go inside the business model, then within the business model, there are n number of different type of business processes. Okay, business process like purchase, business process like procurement, business process like store, business process like production, business process like warehouse, business process like finance, business process like a sales. Okay, so all these are n number of different type of business processes. Okay, and whenever organization, like 2.5 decades before, maximum 3 decades, when organization first time think about to implement the ERP, the first challenge, especially SME and MSME, even till date, many of the SME and MSME still is struggling with that. I know throughout the country, to transform from unstructured to structured form, means to create a proper WFM with respect to the business organization, because ERP is not simply an information system, but ERP is basically a process oriented. Okay. And ERP is integration of multiple business processes. Then the top level management can able to take the right decision, because ERP is a type of a database. Okay. And the main attraction of ERP, all of you know, ERP works on to one principle, that is JIT, that is just in time. Okay. And another attraction, right information, right user at the right time. Now till date, almost each and every business organization, because at this moment we are considering 90 to 95% business organization, all the corporate houses, they are fully enabled with ERP. Okay. And with respect to ERP, they having a proper IS and IT infrastructure. And now, suddenly, when the thought came to implement artificial intelligence, then I hope all of you would agree. Organization default think about from semi automation to full automation. Because till date, whatever the type of ERP, whatever the type of are using as per their business need, as per their business requirement. Okay, whether it is a banking, whether it is a cooperative bank, or whether it is a retail store, because I hope many of you are into the trading business, some of you are into the manufacturing business, some of you may be operating the warehouses. Okay, even many of the chartered accountant, those which are subject matter expert into this domain. So they are again handling a specific type of SME or MSMEs. Okay, maybe with respect to the service sector, maybe with respect to the manufacturing. Now here, with the ERP, we only concern about data management. That whatever the data organization is generating via their different business processes, that may be whenever the transaction performed between the purchase and between the vendor. So data with respect to the vendor management, data with respect to data with respect to n number of different type of quotations coming through n number of vendor, n number of different type of purchase orders would be generated daily basis with respect to n number of vendor. Okay, so daily basis and panel process with respect to the vendor management. Okay, so vendor management, then inventory management, then with respect to employee payroll management. Okay, so each and every activity with respect to the data management would be regulated, would be controlled via ERP. And what about here? This data, till date, most of the business organizations they were considering would be generated within the business organization, especially at SME and MSME level. Okay. But suddenly, I hope all of you would agree. Pardon? Yeah, number 12. I don't know the number. I just want to discuss the concept. Yeah. Is it fine? Okay. 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 But from last 1.5 decades, maximum 1 decade, each and every business organization globally as well as in our country, we are considering that each and every business organization belongs to the 4th cycle. That is demand chain management, supply chain management, then logistic chain management, and then customer relationship management. Okay. I'm not getting, my dear, please kindly.
Sir, please.
No, you able to see my slide or not?
As per content, it is not matching. You want to say it is 12 continue. Yes, yes. Now it is visible.
Okay. Okay. Now it is fine. Now it is fine. Okay. Thank you. So kind of you. Thanks, my dear. Thanks. Thanks, my dear. Okay. Okay. And now what about here? Now vendor, warehouse service provider. I hope many of you are playing this role. Before implementation of supply chain management, vendor is not a part of the manufacturing unit. Now, After implementation of supply chain management, we consider that vendor is a part of a supply chain management. It is a, so productivity of vendor is directly proportional to the productivity of the manufacturer. Similarly, productivity of manufacturer is directly proportional to the productivity of warehouse service provider. Okay, warehouse service provider on right hand side and vendor is on left hand side, and they both would come under the category of the service provider or the vendor management. But the role of both this vendor are different. Warehouse service provider manage inventory of the finished product, and then vendors supply the material, raw material component. If we'll consider the case of the manufacturing unit, and it would be changed according to the nature of the business. Okay, then suddenly in last less than 1 decade, I hope all of you would agree, there is a boom with respect to online business. So majority of the business organization, some of them fully migrated from offline to online. Okay, but majority of the business organization at this moment, like 70 to 80% business organization, I hope many of you would be. Okay, those of you are into the hotel industry as well as tourism industry, because under SME, MSME, it's a huge portfolio. There are n number of different nature of business organizations would come. Okay, and currently we are considering that 90%, 90 to 95% business organizations are working under the hybrid mode. Okay, and under the hybrid, 70 to 80% weightage is related to online, and then 20 to 30% related to offline. Okay, and now every passing day, most of the business organizations, even they are fully migrating from hybrid to online. And now when organizations are working 24/7, 365 days, then I hope all of you would agree. Under the current scenario, there is one more thing. From last more than 1.5 decade, maximum again 1 decade, each and every business organization, they honestly admitted that DATA, that is data, is the lifeline, and technology is the driver of each and every business. Means productivity, efficiency, and effectiveness of the business depend on to the quality of the data, depend on to the quality of the technology. Via technology, what the business organizations were doing, whatever the data they were generating via their business process. Okay, so that data they were managing, that data they were organizing, that data they were transforming into the relevant business report. Then the top level management can able to take effective decision, and here different technologies as well as tools are playing the key role. Like for example, if we'll consider ERP, then SAP is the market leader with respect to the database. Oracle with respect to the data analytics. Excel, okay. But what about here? Suddenly now, when organizations started working 24/7, 365 days, then this data is suddenly transformed from data to big data. I hope my screen is accessible. I changed the screen. Okay, means within the business model, and now there is one more thing. Majority of the business organization at this moment, even at SME and MSME level also, I hope many of you would be. There is hardly any business organization, as per my knowledge, as per my awareness, even at the small level. So I am giving weightage more to MSME especially. Most of the business organizations are no more working only with one business vertical. Now they are into minimum 2 or maybe multiple business vertical. Okay, means they are into manufacturing as well as they are into service. Okay, maybe they are into, like for example, one of the SME in running the travel agency also, as well as they are into the operating the hotel also. Like, okay, I hope all of you. Then If organizations are doing the multiple business, then with respect to each and every business, there is a dedicated business model, and then again, there are multiple business process, and then each and every process, whenever the process execute, it will generate huge volume of data, huge velocity of data, different variety of data, okay, huge volume, because 24/7, 365 days now organizations are running their business cycle. Production units are running 24/7, 365 days. And 24/7, 365 days, they are receiving the orders through their different customers under B2B. Okay, because mostly SME and MSME, I hope all of you would agree, would work under B2B model. Very few are working under B2C, but mostly B2B, and then comes B2C. Okay, and maximum data would be generated under B2B model. So volume of the data would be huge. Velocity of the data, because organizations are not generating the data only within the business organization, but now the data would be generated via customer, because customer is also integrated into the system after implementation of supply chain management. Vendor is also integrated. So vendor is generating the data, customer is generating the data, warehouse service provider is generating the data, somebody who is playing the role of a point of sale. Point of sale means a retailer, dealer. I hope many of you are into your nature of business would be a dealer. Like for example, you are managing a chain of automobile store. Okay, chain of automobile store would also come under the MSME. Okay, so here now dealer, CNF agents, they all are generating the data which coming to the business organization, and variety of data is coming, and now along with us from last couple of years. I hope all of you, there is hardly any business organization which is not configured with CCTV, which is not configured with biometric device. There is hardly any business organization which at this moment is not using the payment system like IMPS, RTGS, NEFT, UPI. Okay, and now the weightage of UPI, every passing moment, according to RBI, according to NPCI, which is a regulator, that is National Payment Corporation of India, which is a regulator, which is the responsible body under the supervision of which this UPI system, Unified Payment Interface, would design and develop. Okay, and now maximum payment transaction would be via QR code. Okay, so now whenever any transaction would be held, the data would be generated. Okay, and this volume is every passing moment is beyond the limit, beyond the capacity of the business organization to manage. Even challenges, they are unable to procure the data within the business organization means till date with respect to their different in-house ERPs. Okay, means whatever the configuration of server they were using, okay, those servers unable to manage volume of the data which organization generated, especially in last maximum 5 years since the beginning of the COVID. I hope all of you would agree. Okay, because before COVID and after COVID, again, there is a drastic change. The manner in which organizations were working, okay, and the volume of the data is suddenly shoot up during the COVID, and now we are into the era of post-COVID. Okay, and now then suddenly organization along with their physical server, they shifted their data storage, their data procurement onto the cloud. Okay, they were availing the services through AWS. They were availing the services through Microsoft Azure. They were availing the services through Google Cloud. They were availing the services through IBM Cloud, Oracle Cloud. Then again, Many of the business organizations, especially SME and MSME, they don't have the capacity, like I mentioned at the beginning, to unwanted capex and opex. So they were fully dependent onto the cloud. Okay, means not only they were storing the data, they were not only utilizing the cloud service provider just for the data procurement, but even for n number of different type of services, n number of different type of services, that is with respect to infrastructure support, means database server, web server, application server, means SME and MSME, they wanted to cut down unwanted operation costs with respect in place of hiring the database administrator, system administrator, somebody would manage their data. So they were totally dependent onto the cloud. But what about the cloud? Cloud is a third-party service provider and data is a valuable asset. Okay. And now many of the business organizations, even they are unable to differentiate, especially SME and MSME, that which data is standard data, which data is sensitive data, which data is highly sensitive data. And now, what about here? Every passing moment, this volume of the data is increasing like this, and this data is now converted into big data. I hope my screen is accessible. Kindly just confirm. And this data is now converted into big data. Big data is not a technology. Big data is a technique, and it is integration of three type of data. Till date, all of you, I'm 100% sure you all well versed with one form of the data, that is a structured data. A structured data which usually you people interact on daily basis in the tabular form, because each and every ERP, whether it is SAP, whether it is Oracle, even if you are using for data management Tally, okay, I hope all of you would agree, even the customized ERP, okay, each and every ERP, even the Tally is not ERP, but Tally, many of the SME and MSME for data management, they are dependent onto the Tally, okay, and in Tally also, data would be recorded in the tabular form, okay, in each and every ERP, data would be recorded under the tabular form, okay, just like a Excel, okay. So this data would come under the category of structured data, but suddenly now most of the business organization, along with CCTV, along with biometric device, along with the barcode reader, along with the QR code, along with the scanner, now they are implementing from less than 5 years. I hope many of you would also be. IoT, that is Internet of Things, okay, means even into the machines, means most of the production units. I hope those of you are into the manufacturing, they all would agree. Most of the manufacturing unit, most of the plants, most of the machineries are now fully automatic. Okay. And now each and every machine also configure with the sensor. Okay. Each and every warehouse configure with the sensor. Okay. And I physically observe, okay, in many of the business organization, even I help that how to implement. Recently, I helped one of the leading corporate house into the country, which is dedicated into the mining business, to successfully implement data analytics using AI and ML within the country as well as their overseas center. I already implemented along with the India in Australia also for that organization. Okay. Now, along with the structured data, now this IoTs means just like a FASTag. I hope all of you would agree. What about into the FASTag? One of the sensor is installed into your car and my car, and another sensor is installed at the toll plaza. And whenever the car reach in the similar manner into the machines, into the warehouses, into the doors, sensors are installed. Okay, just like I hope all of you would agree. Like at this moment, I hope I am visible to all of you. Earlier, just couple of years before, we only concerned about via watch to monitor time. But now we are no more only concerned about the time. Now we concern more about the real-time data. Okay. Now, this watch, which now we known as the smartwatch, I'm saying it contains the sensor. And via this watch, we able to monitor health. We able to monitor real time our BMI. That what about the status of my oxygen? What about the status of my BP? What about the status of my heart rate? What about this? So all this real time. So sensor is installed here and sensor is capturing the data with respect to the human body. Similarly, with respect to the business organization. Okay, there are n number of sensors are installed as per the business need, like into the vehicle, like many of you, those of you are into the business of transport, into the logistic. Now there is hardly any vehicle which won't contain the GPS. Okay, if GPS is there, then default GIS system is there. Okay, and now this is a which type of data? Via CCTV, via IoT, via biometric devices, via social media, okay, via WhatsApp, via LinkedIn, via Facebook, because hardly there is any business organization which able to survive even without incorporation with the social media. And all these sensors, all these devices, okay, they are generating vending machines, all these devices, machines, social media generated which type of data? That is unstructured data. Okay, and volume of unstructured data with respect to structured data is in tabular form, is much more with respect to volume of unstructured data, much more multiple with respect to structured data. And in between, there is a semi-structured which is in the form of PDF, CSV, okay, JSON, HTML, XML. And now the challenge is for the business organization, especially SME and MSME, okay, they also want to maintain their speed. They also want to maintain their productivity, efficiency, just like the big player, because they are also part of the supply chain management. Okay, but now here the big challenge is how to cut down their cost and effectively to transform, then the business owner can able to take the right decision. Because here the challenge is data is not under the uniform form. Data is under heterogeneous and data is generating through a number of different sources. And now here this AI would be the game changer. Because when you will think about AI, I hope all of you would agree. All of you would agree. Whenever you people heard about the AI, especially since 30th of November 2022, in last 2.5 years, okay, still 30th of November 2025, not reached. But in last 2.5 years, whenever you heard about the artificial intelligence, default you think about, there are few things. Okay, default you heard about the term AI tool. AI tool like a ChatGPT, AI tool like a Claude, AI tool like a earlier the Google Bard and now Google Gemini, AI tool like Microsoft Copilot, AI tool like Gamma, AI tool like SlideGo, AI tool like Napkin, AI tool like Presentation AI, okay, AI tool like Perplexity. You name it, and daily basis now, I hope all of you would agree, there are hundreds of new AI tool would be introduced into the market. And now again, there is one more challenge. Which AI tool would be the best tool according to the nature of business organization? Because I hope all of you would agree, every technology is not advisable for every business. And again, one more thing, each and every AI tool is what? Just like a cloud computing. Each and every AI tool is a third-party tool. Agree with this version or not? Each and every AI tool is a third-party tool. And now data is a valuable asset for any business organization, because some data, every data is not a standard data. Some data would be critical and some data would be highly critical data. And if data which is generated within the business organization, which is a highly valuable asset, if this data would be processed via AI tool. So although the business organizations are getting the solution, okay, but their data would be exposed. Their data would be exposed to the public platform, and then because via third party you are getting the solution, okay, so that third party don't have a, that third party like a ChatGPT, third party like a Google Gemini, okay, because they are not a part of your business organization, but they are offering you the best solution. And I hope all of you would agree, in each and every business there is a thumb rule, that is ROI, okay, and every AI tool, whenever they are giving you the solution parallel, they demand something, and that demand is DATA. Okay, so they are capturing your data. Okay, now here there is one more thing. Whenever we will think about the AI tool, then I am saying quality of AI tool. Quality of AI tool depend on to the quality of AI tool depend on to the quality of ML, that is machine learning. Please kindly pay attention here, because those of you really planning to implement, because this is a transformation, and I'm telling you, if some of you are doing the similar type of the business, okay, your business models are different, but your business nature is same, then I am, according to me, okay, as a consultant, I would advise if some of you will jointly conduct one meeting, and if suppose create a one dedicated AI tool, keep in mind the nature of the business what you are doing, okay, and using that AI tool, not only you avail the services, but later on that AI tool you can even commercialize to provide the services to similar type of business organization, not only within the country, even outside the country, just like a Tata. Onto the same line, Tata launched Tata Infotech, which is now known as TCS. Because initially, I hope those of you are aware, Tata Infotech was designed, developed not to provide solution to the other business organization. Tata Infotech, which is now known as TCS, was introduced to provide solution related to Tata Steel, related to Tata Motors, related to Indian hotels under with Taj. Okay, all chain of hotels would come, but later on, they design and develop solution not to provide the best services to their business unit, but they convert those solution into the product and into the similar nature of the business organization outside their territory. They are selling as a product, and this you people can also do. So this would create a one more business vertical. And now what about here? So whenever we will think about AI means full automation. AI means ROBOTICS, that is robotic process. And robotic process means what? Ultimate objective is what? Like, for example, I hope I am visible to all of you. Okay. And I hope all of you able to see. Kindly confirm. I am holding this device, and suppose, for example, at this moment, I want to make a call to somebody. So, although it is a technology, okay, and in this technology, because device is a technology which is an integration of hardware, software, and networking. Okay, and now, if suppose I want to make a call, or I want to send a message, or I want to share some data, that may be in the form of text, that may be in the form of audio, that may be in the form of video, that may be in the form of image. So what I have to do? I have to use a particular API, that is application programming interface, which you known as app. Okay, and what I have to do? I have to manually give the instruction, then I'm able to perform the transaction. Although device is a technology, but what I have to do? I have to log in into my device. I have to select a particular application to process a particular type of data. Okay, and then if I want to share that data, I want to make a call to particular person, then I have to select the number of that person. I have to select email ID of that person. Okay, and all this activity, although I'm doing via tool, I'm doing via technology, but I have to involve myself. I hope all of you would agree. Okay, but what about here? What I'm looking for? That I want to cut down my time, like especially if I'm operating SME or MSME. And daily basis, I hope each and every SME and MSME owner have to perform, have to communicate with many of the down the line subcontractor, contractor, subcontractor. They have to communicate with the labor supplier. Okay, they have to share n number of different type of mail. They have to, or maybe on daily basis. I hope all of you would agree. Similar type of mails, similar type of call. Okay, similar type of notification, similar type of memo. Okay, and now in within the organization daily basis or in certain interval, I'm not saying daily basis, but at regular interval if you are doing the recruitment process. So if recruitment process is standardized, so basically more or less whenever you are doing the recruitment, so HR and usually in SME and MSME, I hope all of you don't take it otherwise. Mostly HR activities would be handled by the business owner, because usually in SME and MSME, you won't find the dedicated HR department, dedicated HR team, because this is what SME and here default business owner. So default business owner is involved into purchase transaction, because business owner of the SME and MSME playing the role of a purchase manager, playing the role of a procurement manager, playing the role of a inventory management, playing the role of a CFO, playing the role of a HR. Okay, so now here, and many of the tasks are repetitive tasks. And now ultimately, each and every person having the limitation, if suppose one person, even at SME and MSME level, if he or she would be overloaded daily basis with respect to monotonous tasks, then I hope all of you would agree. He or she is not getting time for strategic thinking. He or she is not getting time for critical thinking. He or she is not getting time for innovation. He or she is not getting time that how to derive or how to create a new business from existing business. And now I am saying, now parallel to the business owner, especially at SME and MSME level, if we create one AI model, okay, now please kindly pay attention. A moment before I mentioned, whenever we'll think about the implementation of AI, then AI means robotic. And what is the ultimate goal? We want to design and develop a system which able to act, which able to behave, okay, which able to execute just like a human being. Okay, means just like it. Means the role of the purchase manager, the role of a procurement manager, the role of a store manager, the role of a HR manager. Okay, I'm not using CFO. Okay, this is a critical. Okay, and nobody feel good, especially at SME or MSME level, to give the financial power to the machine. Okay, now, but the task of this vendor selection, task of the order generation, the task of the order management, the task of quality check, the task of the during the production, if there is any type of a bugs or defects, how to retrieve. If suppose all this task would be automated, so unwanted, unproductive time of the business owner would be saved, and that time business owner can able to utilize to create or even to think about to launch any new business. Okay. And now what to do here? Now when business owner or whenever we'll think about the implementation of AI here. Okay. So now we'll think about to create one AI tool. And whenever we'll think about AI tool means just like ChatGPT, you want to design and develop your own customized tool. Okay. Just like a Google Gemini, you want to design and develop. Like for example, those of you having experience with tool like a Canva. Okay, Canva is one of the AI tool via which you can do the design. If time will allow, I'll show you maybe in future. Whenever we'll get the time to interact into the workshop, I'll give you, but today if support time would allow, I'll give you some practical exposure. So Canva is a one tool via which we can do the designing. Okay. Then there is another tool, SlideGo, via which we can prepare the PowerPoint slides. Okay. And what about here? What is the attraction? How these tools are working? Like in normal, all of you are well versed daily basis. Whenever you people have to, especially at SME and MSME level, like you have to shake hand with any big organization. So according to the standard of those big business organization, okay, you have to prepare the presentation. And to prepare the presentation, what you have to do? First of all, you have to prepare the content and then you have to transform content into highly valuable presentation as per according to the level of the audience. Okay. And this will consume even the number of days. I hope all of you would agree. But using the AI tool from last maximum 1 year, there are number of tools are available. You just think about the concept and solution is ready maximum within a minute. Maximum within a minute means you have to just give the concept. Like for example, at this moment between you and me, I define the theme, that is AI is the driver. And suppose I want to prepare a presentation. Right now you're able to see all this presentation is 100% designed and developed by me. Okay, it is handwritten. But if suppose in place of me, manual, I want to take the help of the machine. Okay, then to the machine using a tool, because between machine and me, machine means again a computer. Now the difference is till date the machine which we were using, that machine was able to record the data, that machine was able to organize the data, that machine was able to process the data, that machine was able to analyze the data, that machine was able to prepare the business report. Okay. But at each and every level, what we have to do, we must to give the instruction and then each and every activity we must to categorize into the different people. Means there is a dedicated person into the organization. His or her job is data recording. Then there is a dedicated person. His or her job is for data management. Then there is a dedicated person. His or her job is to perform the analysis. Then there is a dedicated person to generate the report. Then the top level management can able to receive the report and can perform the decision making, and it will consume a longer duration. That depend on to the volume of the data and that depend on to the type of the business processes via the data is coming. But if we'll implement here AI in place of all this n number of people, okay, what we can do? We can design and develop one dedicated AI tool. Okay. And this tool, how this tool would work? Now the backbone of this tool is AI model. And AI model is nothing. Because quality of AI tool depend on to the quality of AI model. And I hope all of you would agree, daily basis, either with respect to the ChatGPT, because when ChatGPT was launched on 30th of November 2022, then, okay, it is working right now. Okay, fine, my dear. Because here right now, my dear, there is no AI now. I have to manually change the slide. Yes, because right now I have to transform my device also. Although, okay, now it is fine. Now it is relevant what I am talking. That slide is there. Yeah. Correct. So, like when ChatGPT is what? Name of the AI tool. Okay, and I hope all of you heard about with the GPT 1.0 on 30th of November 2022 when first time ChatGPT was launched. Okay, then AI model which was introduced by OpenAI. ChatGPT is the name of the tool and OpenAI is the name of the company. Just like Microsoft is name of the company and Excel is the name of the tool. Okay, and I hope all of you would agree. Till date, all of you work with different version of Excel. Like the latest version of Excel is Excel 2021, Excel Office 365. Okay, but I hope many of you are working with Excel from last even more than 2.5 decades, because Excel was introduced into the market in 1995, okay, 96, when first time MS Office was introduced and Excel was a successor of Lotus. Okay, Lotus. I hope Lotus 1, 2, 3. Those of you able to recall. Okay, then till date, now there are different version of Excel, and whenever the new version of Excel introduce, okay, so productivity of Excel always enhanced because the latest version Excel 365, it is purely cloud enabled. At the same time, same moment, multiple users from multiple location can work onto the one sheet. Okay, sheet you can access at the same time, same moment onto the multiple devices. So this is the flexibility. Now similarly with the ChatGPT, with respect to the Google Gemini, and if you want to design and develop your own customized tool, if anybody is planning as per your business need, because it is not necessary that using the ready-made tool which is available in the market, that tool can able to provide you the solution what you are looking for. If tool is unable to, then even you can think about to prepare one in-house tool. And whenever we'll think about the AI tool always contain AI model. AI model is nothing just like the different version, and quality of AI models basically dependent. And AI model is basically implementation of machine learning. Machine learning. And whenever we'll think about AI model, quality of AI model depend on to two things. I hope all of you able to see onto my screen. One is quality of data and another is quality of algorithm. Algorithm is the process, is the procedure via which we transform data into the relevant information. Okay. And now there is one more thing. Under the current scenario, we are not simply using the AI. Along with the AI, you heard about the one new term since 30th of November 2022. That is GENERATIV. That is generative AI. Generative AI. And generative AI means ChatGPT, Google Gemini, you name it, any AI tool which is available. All these tools are generative AI, and generative AI is basically implementation of LLM. LLM, which is basically large language model. And what about this large language model? Okay, what is the attraction? Like till date, whenever you heard about data analytics, then I hope all of you would agree. Whenever you think about with respect to the business, data analytics, always you think about numeric data. Numeric data means whenever we perform like Q1 report, Q2 report, okay, you want to compare the productivity of one product with respect to another product. Okay, so attribute, feature of one product, feature of one services, you compare with the feature attribute of another and the numerical value. Okay, but what about here under LLM, large language model? Like at this moment between you and me, I am sharing KNOWLEDG, that is the knowledge and and for knowledge the source is information, and for information the source is data. Okay, and how I am sharing in the form of txt. Okay, and now throughout the day, whenever the two business professionals interact, so maximum time they exchange verbal communication, they generate n number of different type of the text, and you never think about to perform analysis over the text. But this is the main attraction of LLM. LLM is basically the text analysis. Okay, so what the machine will do? Machine capture each and every text just like a young child. Okay, young child means like just born child who is unable to communicate verbally. Okay, he or she start communicating maybe at the age of 2 year, 2.5 year. Okay, become maximum young child. Okay, but before delivering the first word, I hope all of you would agree. Young child after the birth, and when he or she going to utter the first word, in between, he or she would do the listening or not. And at micro level, many of the parents, many of the family members, they are not aware. Whatever the sound they generate, the manner in which they generate the sound, okay, whatever the vocabulary they are using, that young child capture. So that is during that period, that young child silently under the training phase. Okay. Similarly here with respect to the machine. Okay. So machine basically capture the data as per the business need, as per the business requirement. Like for example, the manner in which you are doing selection of the one of the candidate, your HR policy, and now you train the manner in which you perform the selection of a particular vendor, the manner in which communication would be happened between you and your n number of business associates. Okay, the manner in which on daily basis you are giving instruction to your labor, because SME and MSME business owner daily basis they have to at ground level to interact with the labor. Okay, and many times all these instructions were are repetitive instruction. I hope all of you. Okay, and now in place of this, if you train one machine, one machine. Okay, so first of all, what you have to do? You have to supply to that machine the relevant data. That data should be authenticated. That data should be what the solution what you are looking for. Okay, and machine would automatically generate on your behalf. Machine will guide to the labor. Okay, the manner in which you are guiding to your ground level staff, in the same manner your machine would guide, but how this machine would be trained? So this machine need or required authenticate data, quality oriented data, and then with respect to each and every data sources would be relevant. Okay, authenticate data sources should be free of bugs, defects, and error. Okay, and along with this, the most important thing with respect to LLM, with respect to generative AI, that is algorithm. And now you know the procedure with respect to your business, because like I'm not aware at this moment about the business methodology, the manner in which a particular SME or particular MSME, maybe somebody is into the business of food processing. Okay, food processing would also come under SME and MSME, and somebody is into the business of running chain of flour mill, running. So their raw material is like, for example, the wheat raw material is like n number of different type of the grains they are processing. Okay, and now here I hope all of you. So you have to deal with mostly unskilled labor. Okay, those which never went to any technical school, those who never went to any management school, and you have to impart training on regular basis, and many times you are doing on all 6 days, or maybe those of you are running the 7 days, or maybe if 24/7 your business unit is under operation. So you are giving the similar type of the instruction. Now in place of this, if you prepare one algorithm, and you apply that algorithm over the data. Okay, and now on your behalf, machine would monitor that which type of support need or required a particular, which type of instruction have to be, generate according to the type of lacking observed with respect to a particular workstation labor, or with respect to particular workstation. Okay, and automatically, real time, spontaneously, according to the circumstances, machine would generate this message. Okay, so this is the real. And here, what about here? LLM is basically a successor. LLM basically we implemented based on NLP. NLP stands for natural language processing, like the manner in which two human beings interact. So one human being is giving instruction to another human being, either verbally, maybe in the written format, or maybe via signal. Okay, so natural language processing mostly will consider like verbally. Okay, so verbally, and now what about this verbally? We are using a particular language, using a particular vocabulary, using a particular comprehension, then each and every person having a particular pattern of delivery. Okay, and many times, if suppose you are having a staff from last 5 year and 10 year, then many times you don't need to give the instruction verbally. Via observing your face. Okay, if that your staff or labor is highly trained and he or she devoted a very good time with your organization, I hope all of you would agree. Then just by looking your face, he or she, just like a young child, okay, or just like a child after a certain age, like a child would be trained, and looking the expression of a mother and father can able to read out what their mother or father want to communicate, or what they are looking for, whether they are happy or unhappy, or where to perform the changes without verbal. Okay, because young child after a certain age able to read out, train with the pattern of the mother, train with the pattern of a father. Similarly, with respect to any business organization also. And maximum, and mainly, not only maximum, mainly machine learning, which is a implementation of AI, and machine learning will implement via AI tool. We maximum concern about pattern recognition. Okay, pattern recognition, like the manner in which a particular person talk, okay, accent of the person, his or her signature style, behavioral aspect, all this would be captured. So this would come, this is the main focus area. Trend analysis we able to perform. We are doing from last many years trend analysis using the Excel. Okay. Okay. That during which period, like all of you know, like especially in automobile, we know the trend that during the rainy season will consider with respect to automobile, with respect to electronic goods, that this is the lean period, and then Ganesh Chaturthi onwards, Diwali time period will consider that this is the peak period of the demand. So this is the trend. Trend is a different thing, pattern is a different thing. Pattern is concerned with the behavioral part. Okay, and this is what the main focus area here with the AI tool. And NLP is basically a successor of deep learning, which is a successor of machine learning. And now even we are moving to the next level, agentic AI, means in place of a human being, there is no involvement, means no involvement, because even with the chat GPT, even with Google, even with Microsoft Copilot, even with Perplexity, any of the AI tool, you must to give instruction. But with agentic AI or agent AI, machine, you don't need to give instruction manually. Machine would automatically means automatically read out, and automatically means automatically will decide what to do into a particular circumstances. Like for example, you are driving a vehicle, then on speed signals, okay, now if it is a red, then you must to apply the brake. Okay, now this process, although we are using a vehicle means a technology, but manually we have to apply the brake. Now if car is a driverless, okay, then car automatically read out. Okay, car automatically read in place of the human being, whether it is a red color signal, whether it is a orange color signal, or whether it is a green color. So what is the meaning of red? What is the meaning of orange? And what is the meaning of green? What we have to do? We have to train. And how we have to train? This is nothing, but this is basically we have to train the software. So software plus algorithm. Okay. And now you have to change because there is no more data, big data. Okay. And now you need machine should able to perform all this activity speedily. Okay. Because the main attraction of the technology is speed, processing time. So you must to upgrade your hardware. You must to migrate from a standard laptop or a standard server to gaming machine, which is a type of a processor. Okay. And I hope in place of using the Intel processor, in place of using the CPU, you have to migrate to GPU. So there is a heavy cost is involved here into the infrastructure. Okay. Like for example, let me just show you some, like I hope you're able to see. I'll just show you the practically. Like ML, whenever ML is only concerned about pattern recognition, pattern with respect to data and algorithm. Okay. With respect to data and algorithm. Okay. Then here, what about here? The most important thing which we are at this moment maximum using with respect to each and every AI tool. Suddenly in last 2 years, you heard about something new between the human and the machine. Like at this moment between you and me, MSME, ICI MSME committee is acting like an interface. Similarly, with respect to each and every AI tool, you heard about the new term that is PROMPT, that is the prompt. Okay. And prompt is acting like an interface between whom? Between the human and the machine. Human is what? A source. Human is what? A creator. Human is what? Who is defining a business problem. Okay. And human, that may be a business owner at the MSME, SME level. Okay. Maybe a proprietor. He or she is looking for solution from the machine. And I hope all of you would agree. The manner in which you're going to define your problem means the quality in which you're going to express your problem. I'm saying in the same quality, you able to get the solution. So quality of prompt define the quality of solution which you able to retrieve through the AI model. Okay. And prompt is what? It is a middleware. It is acting like an interface. It is acting like a middleman. Okay. And this is again an art. Maybe sometime in future if we'll get the chance, get the opportunity to interact maybe into the real-time workshop, then because it is a broad topic, but let me just, if we are, kindly just confirm my screen is accessible. So let me just give you some of the demo if you people are keen to. Okay, my screen is accessible if somebody can confirm on behalf of all of
Yes,
you.
sir.
No,
Yes, sir. It's
I want to
okay.
share with you. So what you able to see? What you able to see? Right now I click onto
Sir,
something. What are you able to see
it's a
right now?
human problem source.
No, 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 no. Wait, wait, wait. Let me
You
just
have to show,
share.
sir.
Let me just share. Now kindly confirm what you able to see. Where is my cursor? Kindly just confirm.
Sir, your cursor is on search bar.
No, no. Which application I open? I open the browser. I hope all of you able to see.
Yes, sir. You have opened the browser.
I hope all of you. And if you people also like to, let me just give you. And I'm just right now.
The Guardian. Yes, sir.
Okay. I hope it is visible. Okay. Let me just
Yes.
open one AI tool, which you all of you are well versed. I hope all of you having the account over ChatGPT, how to utilize at SME or MSME level. I'm just creating some dummy scenario. Let me open ChatGPT. And right now I'm just giving you the demo, please. We are not into the real workshop. Now, parallel, I hope if you know the driving, like whenever you learn the driving, I hope at that time, maybe you learn the driving via Fiat, maybe you learn the driving via Ambassador, maybe you learn the driving via Maruti 800, maybe you learn the driving via Alto 800, maybe you learn the driving. But once you learn the driving, then whenever future you purchase a new car or you on sudden you have to drive any new car, so what you have to do, you have not to learn the driving from the scratch. Only thing, you have to learn how to drive that new vehicle and how the new features and what are the new features and changes into that new vehicle. Suppose you are driving a car of Maruti and suddenly on one fine day you have to drive a car of Hyundai, then you have to drive a car of BMW, then you have to drive a car of Mercedes Benz. Now, every time you don't need to learn the driving. I hope all of you would agree. Due to the change of vehicle, you only have to learn the changes inside the interface, the changes with respect to tools. Okay, similarly here, like one of the tool is ChatGPT. And what I'll do, one of the prompt, same prompt, I'll try to run onto ChatGPT and same prompt I will run over another tool which is at this moment is number 2 in the market. That is Claude AI. Okay, then this is another tool. ChatGPT designed developed by OpenAI. Claude design developed by Anthropic. The name of the company is Anthropic. Okay. And both this are not from United States. Okay. And now environment is totally different. And let me open the third. Let me just give you. And if you people are keen and all these tools intentionally I'm sharing with you because all this tool having a different and powerful utility, especially with respect to SME and MSME. And if honestly you people would apply, I'm telling you, daily basis, you observed a change. Daily basis, you really observe a digital transformation with respect to your SME and MSME level. The another tool, have a look, which is number 3rd at this moment, that is Google Gemini. Okay. So I'm opening parallel all the tool. Let me I hope all of you able to see. If I'm using this tool since 30th of November 2022, and I hope right now time won't allow, there are many features under the ChatGPT also. Okay. Sora is dedicated for graphics generation as well as for video generation. Okay. And if, like many of you, those of you are running even the designing company, you are designing or developing the tools. Okay. You are running a small level media house. Okay. You are running a chain of photo studio, because photo studio would also come under SME, because I know many of the photo studios are doing excellent at SME or MSME level. But at this moment, I'm using simply the Chat GPT. Then API platform, that is your in-house application programming interface, which we can utilize for data sharing. Okay. And now here the most important thing, just have a look. How many tools I open? 1, 2, 3. Let me open the fourth one also. And now more and more tools I am opening. So my machine processing power would be more and more consumed. So if you don't have a proper infrastructure, then you are able to enjoy AI. There is again one more thing. So if you really want to enjoy AI and really want to enjoy AI tool and really you want to incorporate this with respect to your day-to-day business process, with respect to your day-to-day business transaction, especially at SME and MSME level, then at initial level, you must to create a proper infrastructure. Means proper infrastructure means you need a not a standard hardware or software. You need a powerful hardware and software. And now what do you mean by this? Maybe as per your business need, as per your business requirement, as per volume of data, which all of you are generated, because I hope all of you would agree. Volume of data generated by one SME is not equal to volume of the data generated by another SME. So as per your business need, as per your business requirement, if you having any query, you people can ask me maybe today at the end of the session or maybe the later. So according to the volume of the data, you have to define the infrastructure. Now there is another tool which is again highly popular, which is designed, developed by 3 Indian youths. This is Perplexity. This is the fourth tool. Please have a look. I hope my screen is fully accessible. You able to note it down the name of the tool. And if you people are keen to, then I will share with you as per your business need, as per your business requirement. There are dedicated AI tools are also available. Dedicated AI tools. Now the first tool, let me log in. Now, if you are using the first time, then you have to sign up. But I am 100% sure there is hardly anybody who is attending at this moment this session who never used the Chat GPT. Should I consider that all of you having the account over the Chat GPT? Okay. And now there is one more thing. There is my humble request. Now, all these tools, like I mentioned at the beginning, all these tools are the third party tool. Okay. And data is your valuable asset. So which email ID you people would think would be the right advice to use? Your primary mail ID, or you must to use your secondary mail ID? And according to me, everybody must having at least 2 or 3 mail ID. And whenever you are using any AI tool, never means never use your primary mail ID. Always use your secondary or your tertiary mail ID, because your primary mail ID via which you configure your bank account, you configure your Aadhaar, never use here. I hope you understood why I'm saying. Because all these 3 tools, because if any hacker, any fraudster, because you and me, we are utilizing this tool to get the solution. But you and me, we don't have any control over this tool, because all these 3 tools are third party. So somewhere we have to mitigate our risk. Okay. So this is a preventive measure. So I'm using here the mail ID You people, please kindly use whichever the account. And if you don't, if you are using the first time, then you can simply click over your Gmail. I hope you will find here. Continue with the Gmail. Okay. I hope you people also log in successfully. I hope you people are with me, parallel 1-to-1. If anybody can confirm on behalf of all. Yeah, because I'm,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Just have a look. Now, one is your machine speed. Second is your network also. And I hope all of you would agree, each and every AI tool is working online. So quality of network is again directly proportional to the quality of AI. Agree with this version or not? Now, like right now, I think I'm facing this issue. Let me just allow me stop sharing. Let me just log in. Let me check issue with the password. Wait. I hope my screen is not accessible to all of you. That is intentionally. I hope you understood why I withdraw. Yeah. Kindly you just have a look now. Let me just share with all of you. You just have a look. Just have a look. Now I successfully log in. I hope you are getting now what it demanding the code. You just see if I'm the authenticated user and I am utilizing this AI for day-to-day professional business transaction. Now where it generated the code is generated onto my dedicated. I hope you people are also using this feature. You people are also received. Now just have a look. Now I successfully log in. Now I successfully log in. I hope all of you received. All of you received environment like this. All of you received environment like this. And I
Yes,
hope
sir.
on my left hand side, you're able to see there are a number of things because
Yes.
I'm using, and I hope on left hand side, you're able to see there are many things. Means the manner in which I'm using the ChatGPT. ChatGPT is already trained. Okay. But now I want to use ChatGPT for people like you. Now let me just log in into another tool also. Now how I am logging into another tool, Claude. Now for Claude, there is one thing. Bandwidth which Claude demand with respect to ChatGPT would be much, much more. Just like I hope all of you having experience with Zoom also as well as uh, with Google Meet as well as Microsoft Team. And those of you extensively use Microsoft Team, they all would agree. Zoom able to work at low bandwidth, but Microsoft Team always demand high bandwidth. Same with the Claude also. Okay. So many times, many of the AI tool you unable to access if you don't have a very good network infrastructure also. Now just have a look. Let me log in into the second tool. Then I will run the prompt. Please have a look. I hope all of you are able to see. Now I am logging into the second tool. Now successful login into the second tool. Just have a look. I will back. I hope you're able to see it's showing my name. So I'm what authenticate user and you're able to see what I'm doing. With this Claude also, it will just like a ChatGPT. Then will run. Now let me just log in onto the third tool. Then I'll give you the exposure related to all. That is Google Gemini. Please have a look. Now I don't need to because I already log in into the Google and this is inbuilt tool of the Google. Now the fourth tool. Right now the four, even there are n number, but right now this four are highly popular and having a huge, tremendous utility with respect to SME and MSME. Now, what about this tool? This tool is dedicated if you want to launch, like suppose you want to perform some changes into your existing business model, or you want to create a new business model, or you want to perform some changes into your existing business process. Okay, means you want to apply BPR. Okay, and I hope all of you would agree. Whenever we want to perform any changes into our existing business process to enhance or improve the productivity or efficiency, then always before going to perform the changes, that whenever we're going to perform the changes, this process is known as BPR, that is business process reengineering. But before going to apply the BPR over the existing process, first of all, we collect the data through existing process. Okay, we perform thorough analysis to perform analysis over the vulnerability, and whenever we perform analysis, always we use two type of the data, that is historical data or the current data. Okay, and means we have to do lot of research before going to take the final call. So this is a wonderful tool. Those of you are keen to perform research, means before going to perform changes, before going to launch any new business, before going to launch any new product, or before going to perform any changes into your existing business cycle, you can utilize this tool. Okay, we'll just go one by one. Okay, now let me just now I want to take help of this AI tool. Okay, now this AI tool is what? Just like an unknown person. Okay, now I am running, just let me just create a scenario. I am running one SME. Okay, and my SME is manufacturing some component, and those components are utilizing by all the big players, like for example, Maruti Suzuki, Hyundai, for their finished product. Okay, so I am basically their vendor. Okay, I am their vendor, just like with respect to Apple, Foxconn. Okay, Foxconn is basically vendor, and down the line to Foxconn. Now Foxconn defined in India, Tata Electronics. So Tata Electronics is now a subcontractor and contractor is a Foxconn. Okay, now many of you, I hope all of you would agree, some of you with respect to any manufacturing unit, maybe you are playing a role of a vendor, maybe you are playing a role of a sub vendor. So whatever is your role, first of all, you have to define. You have to communicate this to the AI. Then AI would able to provide you the best solution. Like for example, I'm writing my first prompt, and while writing the prompt, the first thing we must to educate, we must to train to AI tool. Who am I? Means first of all, we must to give introduction. And once we give the introduction, then for future, whenever we're going to establish the communication, AI would be aware. Like right now, I am running or operating. I am operating is the right word. If I am having, then maybe I am having, but it is not necessary that I am operating. Maybe I am having one manufacturing unit, but I rent out. So AI, because the manner in which we communicate to the AI would provide the solution in the same fashion, because AI would consider you and me would playing that role. I am operating one, or maybe some of you, if running a number of, then even you can give instruction that I'm having 2 units, I'm having 3 units, I'm having one multiple units. Right now I'm considering, I am creating a scenario that I'm having one, I'm operating one a small level manufacturing unit for screw. I hope all of you. I'm just considering very small level. Screw. Screw, I hope. It is a very common material, especially in all different type of, whether a small level automobile company, whether it is a two-wheeler, whether it is a four-wheeler. You just see how vendor is powerful. Like, I hope all of you are aware about the story of Atul. Atul was the vendor of Maruti, and now Atul is one of the listed and one of the most successful, along with the vendor, successful manufacturer also into the market. Okay, now I'm operating one small level manufacturing unit for screw. For screw, which on regular basis I am supplying to automobile manufacturers like Maruti, Suzuki, Honda, Tata Motors, and I hope all of you would agree. One vendor can able to supply to multiple manufacturer, and many times people are not aware. Vendor financially in many cases would be much more powerful than even than the big player also. It is possible or not? I hope all of you would agree. Okay, now I am operating one small level manufacturing unit for screw. For screw manufacturing. Screw is my finished product, which on regular basis I am supplying to automobile manufacturers like Maruti Suzuki, Honda, Tata Motors, and some more. From last 20 years. From last 20 years. So this is what? This is what? This is what? To the AI tool, what I have given my introduction. I define my role as well as what I am doing. Okay. Now AI, for AI tool, I was unknown, but now I am educating to AI tool. Okay. And now what I am expecting from the AI tool. Okay. What I am expecting from the AI tool. What I am expecting now. This is what my introduction, my role. Okay. And now I want to define my problem for which I am looking for the solution. Okay. Now I'm into this business from last 20 years. Like you people, many of you would be from last 5 years. Some of you maybe from 1 year. And I hope all of you would agree. If some of you are into SME or MSME business from last 30 years, 40 years, somebody from last 10 years, somebody from last 5 years, some of you just started. So level of experience, define the level of expertise. Okay. And whenever you want to take any assistance, whenever you want to take any consultancy, then based on your experience, based on your expertise, consultant would also able to advise you. I hope all of you would able to. Same thing here with the AI tool. Okay. Now I want to perform changes into my business processes from standard, from manual to digital, I want to perform changes into my business processes. Now business processes, now I'm not defining the business processes. So I want to check the level of intelligence of AI. But here, there is my humble request. If I will define that I'm specifically looking a transformation with respect to my purchase department, I'm specifically looking transformation into my procurement, I'm specifically looking transformation with respect to my production, I'm specifically looking transformation into my warehouse, store, finance. So more and more specific, then more and more better solution would be provided by AI. Okay, I want to perform changes into my business processes like purchase, procurement, inventory management, and transportation from manual to digital. From manual to digital. Digital using AI. Please guide me and create a new business model with digital transformation. Okay, I hope all of you also define. Now just see the first part. The first part here I define about myself. The first part I define about myself. Okay, I define about myself that who am I, what I am doing. Okay, who am I, what I am doing, and then I define my business problem and what I am expecting from the business, what I am expecting from the AI tool. Let me just, I am operating one small level manufacturing unit for a screw and I'm supplying to. Okay, let me just copy this because the same prompt I will run via different tool and I will check the productivity of the AI tool, that which AI tool would able to provide me the best solution. This is just like it. And if after some time I feel like this tool is giving me the best relevant solution, maybe after 15 days, maybe after 1 month, and this is my humble request to all of you. No AI tool means no AI tool would be trained on a day basis or only on a week basis, especially with respect to the big money, with respect to manufacturing unit, and especially even with respect to SME and MSME. So you must to train with respect to different type of prompt at least for 1 month, and 15 days to 1 month it will take. Minimum you consider 1 month, and after 1 month your AI model would be ready. And then after 1 month, whenever you're going to ask any query, it will provide you the best solution. And then you will really feel the drastic change in your processing time. Let me just run this first prompt. Have a look. I hope you people are also Able to? You people also run this? Please kindly confirm. I hope you people also run. Kindly just have a look. Kindly have a look. It understood my problem and what I was expecting. I want to transformation like under the current scenario, like many SME and MSME, but they don't know where to and how much to perform digital transformation because every process won't be 100% automated. Okay, now just see current state, manual operation, your key challenges, paper based, Excel. Now you just have a look. Nowhere I use the term, nowhere I use the statement that for inventory management, for procurement, I'm using Excel, which tool I'm using, which technology I'm using. Please have a look. I hope all of you receive solution like this. Anybody can able to confirm me that you receive solution like this? I'm 100% sure you won't receive solution like this. Reason? Because the manner in which I am using the chat GPT from last couple of years. So chat GPT is always, chat GPT is default trained that whenever I'm looking for the solution, in which manner I am looking, means the quality of the solution. But please kindly have a look. I hope all of you, those of you able to, like it automatically categorized like the purchase department. It default consider that ERP system. It default consider that ERP system now should be configured with the AI. Okay. And what would be the advantage? Please have a look. It consider that might be because now at this moment, I hope all of you would agree. Many of the SME and MSME, they are unable to, they don't have the capacity to manage SAP, but they able to manage Zoho. So even it automatically consider that for inventory management, if you are using the Zoho, okay, then what would be? Please have a look. Just have a look. Just have a look. Kindly just, time won't allow that we able to. I hope all of you receive output like this. Kindly, some of you able to confirm. If those of you
Yes,
receive,
sir.
like some of you receive solution like this, and now it giving the supporting relevant. And now what I have to do as per my need, I have to do with the second prompt. I have to do tuning. That is tuning. More and more I refine my prompt. So can we say that quality of the solution which I'm going to receive via AI tool would be more and more better? Would be more and more better. And now, if suppose in place of using free chat GPT, if suppose I'm using paid chat GPT, that is the pro version, and I will give suppose some my dummy data, means I hope all of you, like many of you, those of you are into the business from last 20 years. So after a certain period, some of your data which you shifted into the legacy system. So legacy data, from the legacy system, if some of the data you will share with the chat GPT. So can we say that quality of the output would be more better? Because then you train the machine with the realistic data. With the realistic data, right now, I have not supplied. But if you would supply, but don't supply with the free chat GPT. Always supply with the paid chat GPT. Okay. And now, let me just show you the second tool. Now then you will see the productivity. Now let me input the same prompt with the second tool. Now, the manner in which problem solving ability of one human being is not equal to another human being, because each and every human being possess three attributes: quality of learning, quality of understanding, and quality of reasoning. So problem solving ability and solution providing capacity of one person is not equal to another. Same is here with the AI tool also. Just have a look. Just have a look. So can you tell me just after observing, now ChatGPT generated the solution and now this Claude is also generating the solution. What is your observation as a professional? Which one is providing the better solution? Which one is providing the better solution? Which tool is right now? I've just run a one prompt onto two tool. Okay. And now quality of the output of ChatGPT and quality of output of Claude is same or differ? Please have a look here. Please have a look. Just have a look. Just see the classification here. It's guiding where during the digital transformation, where to use which tool, where to use which technology. Even if suppose I would demand, please, please, please share with me financial aspect also. Please share with me financial aspect also. Just have a look. Please. Please share with me how to implement. How to perform implementation and I'm not writing capex and opex. I'm writing in simple term and also financial aspects. Financial aspect with respect to implementation, support, and maintenance. So this is my second tool. Please have a look. Now it understood. Now I don't need to define my role. I don't need to define. This is in continuation, the manner in which two human beings, like you already. Please have a look. I hope you people receive this output. And just have a look here. The financial aspect. I hope you people are getting, which is the most important part with respect to any SME and MSME whenever they think about the transformation. Because budget planning and capex and opex and no organization feel good with heavy input cost and daily basis huge operating cost, especially small level organizations. Just have a look. Just have a look. And now this same second prompt maybe we'll try with Claude also. Okay, let me just take the copy of this. Please have a look. Please have a look. Now, here it's guiding pre-implementation and then post-implementation also. Because from management point of view, I hope all of you would agree. Lot of efforts would be required with respect to the planning phase. Okay, because whenever we are looking for the change, then with respect to each and every business organization, lot of efforts we apply with respect to the planning, and planning always we perform pre-execution, pre-implementation, and quality of planning directly proportional to quality of execution, quality of implementation. Agree with this version? Please have a look. And especially with respect to technology changes, many times, especially small level business organization, especially SME and MSME, they don't find the right person for planning purpose. So here again, you can take the help of AI tool. Just have a look. Just have a look how to perform the selection of the vendor. Now just see the criteria. Criteria of selection of vendor A, criteria of selection of vendor B. Now just have a look. Now even you can cross check my statement. Like what I mentioned a moment before, to implement AI or to create a AI environment. Okay, need and required a proper ecosystem. Now just have a look. It's guiding or not AI tool, network infrastructure, hardware requirement. Even you can cross check yourself that your thinking pattern and thinking pattern of the machine would at the common platform or not. Even according to me, there is one more thing. Daily basis, even if you like to check quality of your thinking pattern, quality of your thought processing, then also you can use the AI. That whatever you are, the manner in which you are thinking and the manner in which machine is thinking, so you are in the right direction or not. Means whenever you want to take the final call or whenever you want to take any decision, and if suppose, because everybody won't find it, Shri Krishna just like a Arjun to play the role of a mentor or to guide or to show the right direction. So here, somewhere you can take the assistance of AI here. Okay, now just have a look. Now let me try the same prompt. Same prompt with the third tool. Let me just show you. Third and fourth tool also. Then you people, before taking the final call, that which tool is the best tool according to your nature of business. First of all, you have to do lot of research. So this is my humble request. It is not like this that blindly onto the advice of somebody. Somebody means like who don't know anything about your business. Okay, who don't know anything about your business need, your business requirement, who don't know anything what you are doing on daily basis, the type of transaction, how you are generating the data, the type of business associate, the type of business people involved in your business. And just I'm giving you the advice to use such and such tool. So this is not the right. First of all, tool should be matched with the business need. So which tool is the best tool? So before going to take the final call, according to me, because under the current scenario, I hope all of you would agree, each and every AI tool you name it is under the trial phase. Okay, so before going to take the final call, please perform research with respect to at least 3, 4, or maybe 4, 5 tool. Okay, and then opt like the manner whenever you think about to purchase a new car, then you always define option like like you want to migrate from suppose you want to migrate from hatchback to sedan, sedan to SUV, SUV to premium. Then you define, oh, now I want to go for SUV, and in SUV category and SUV with premium, my first choice is this company, this model, then this model from this company. And then although you have to buy one car, but then you have to perform the comparative analysis and more thorough analysis. So your quality of decision making would be better, and then quality of your execution would be better. Okay. And then your level of risk would be minimum. I hope all of you would agree with this version. Please have a look. Let me just run with the third tool. I hope all of you are able to see. This tool is not that much smart, although right now this is number 3rd in the market. Just have a look. Parallel, let me run onto the 4th tool. And this is very good. And just have a look. Right now I'm not using additional feature. Here additional features are also there if time would allow. Maybe in some time, definitely in future. I'll give you a practical workshop onto this, but at this moment, kindly just have a look. Like I mentioned, Perplexity is a very good tool to perform the research. You just see the output of Perplexity, even with respect to ChatGPT and Claude also. Please have a look. Just have a look. ChatGPT or Claude, nobody asked why digital transformation, but Perplexity is asking. So Perplexity, quality of output, please have a look. I hope all of you, and just see whatever the terms I use, it considering that right now organization already having ERP, and if organization planning to implement digital transformation using AI, then they must to implement IoT. They must to create a dashboard for the top level management. Then with respect to the dashboard is basically pure implementation of BI, that is the business implementation, business intelligence. Okay. And whenever we create a dashboard, then in the background of the dashboard, always we use data warehousing, which manage historical data, because whenever we'll perform data analytics, always we use 2 type of data, historical data and the current data. Then with respect to the dashboard, always define the KPI, and according to the nature of the business, we'll define the KPI, and time to time we observe the changes into the KPI. Time to time we perform tuning into the KPI. Okay. So just have a look. Okay. Just have a look. This third tool output. So same query. Right now, I just use only one prompt. With Claude and ChatGPT, even I'll use the second prompt also. Okay, but here have a look. So quality of the output which I receive, or quality of the output which we are receiving through different AI tool with respect to similar prompt, objective is same, but which AI tool is giving me. So why this output is different? Because different AI tools are using the different AI models. Different AI tools trained onto different type of big data, and different AI tools are using different type of algorithm. Okay, it might be possible that according to each and every tool, they are the best, but each and every best tool, it is not necessary that best tool of the market is the right tool for your business. So before going to take the final call to configure any tool with respect to your business, according to me, you must to perform lot of research. Okay. Now there are many things we'll discuss maybe sometime later, but at this moment, please, over to. Yes. Any query you people free to bombard at this moment. Please kindly. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Sanjeev ji, kindly. I hope.
Yes, sir. We have a few questions.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
Sanjeev
please.
sir, could you please ask the questions?
Yeah. Because I am unable to see, my dear, how many members are present. You know better. I don't know.
Sir, it's 643 member are
Okay,
currently
because I am
joined.
unable to see. So even I hope many of them would got some clarity with the concept, especially with respect to SME and MSME, because the manner in which the general people are using the AI tool and the manner in which SME or MSME want to utilize the AI, it is totally different. I hope all of you would agree. Yeah, please. Sanjeev ji, over to you.
Sanjeev sir, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. There are a few questions. Can we discuss one by one?
Yes.
One is, can we totally depend on AI for data storage, manufacturing, for selection of business related asset, because it is also a machine to can rely on AI? In sum up, what are the limitations?
No, like Sanjeev ji, I mentioned, although now we are into the era of AI, but with respect to each and every business organization, and till date, the fundamental challenge which I am observing at the ground level, that many of the business owner and especially with SME and MSME level, even the big enterprises also, they are unable to differentiate between the standard data, critical data, highly critical data. So, and even with the critical data and highly critical data like a financial data, vendor data, each and every data, we don't want to expose with the AI, because many of the highly critical data, we want it should be operated via manual process, where the business organization must having a full control, although they are looking the transparency, but parallel, they concern about the security, they concern about the privacy issue also. And with the AI, the main thing is whenever you expose your data with the AI, so there is a high risk of data leakage, there is a high risk of data breach, as well as a data stolen.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
In what ways can AI become a competitive advantage for MSME?
Means to enhance or improve the productivity than in day to day, especially with respect to data analytics, must to implement according to me. Means on daily basis, if honestly organization would process their data, okay, then on daily basis of every second day, according to me, if honestly they process their data, whatever they are generating, as well as before going to start the next day, they will perform some little bit tuning into the business. There is a drastic change in their productivity and efficiency. Drastic changes. Because without performing data analytics, we unable to take the final call, and without performing data analytics, there is no business process re-engineering, there is no change into the business model, into the business process. Okay, so AI here going to be the game changer for this, because we are not with the data, we are with the big data here.
Okay. So kindly explain, how do companies measure ROI on AI investments?
How?
How the companies measure ROI, return of investment, on AI investments?
How they can optimize means
How do company measure?
okay,
How
but
can,
okay.
what are the techniques or tools we can get?
Yes. At this moment, like I mentioned, even at the beginning, uh, like even for different IT companies also, like whether it is Infosys or Wipro or you name it, even the Google, even they are also under the R&D phase, because for them again the AI is new, so they are also doing the R&D to design or develop any new software application. So many of the technology company, pure technology companies, they are also dependent onto the AI tools. So here, to cut down the operation cost to take the maximum advantage, just select the right AI tool, configure that right AI tool, paid version with your most repetitive business process, especially process, those which are at minimum risk. Please observe in couple of days or maybe for a month the changes in your productivity after configuring that your least risk business process with the AI, means whether you are taking any advantage or not. Okay, then if you feel like that there is a drastic change, then default move to the second one. And this is at the minimum investment, minimum, because you don't need to design and develop, you don't need to perform any changes. You just have to take assistance of the ready-made tool, and you have to just pay on use basis, just like a cloud computing. So in this manner, the optimization or the cost would be performed here. Yeah.
Okay. So kindly explain the ways financial institutions using AI for fraud detection and credit scoring.
Oh, they are. I have to show you practically. I'll do that on a daily basis. You want to ask me how I'm detecting the Chanda Kochar, or how I'm detecting the Rana Kapoor, or how I'm detecting a
Yes, sir.
person doing a fraud with the uh, between the purchase department and the procurement and CFO. So this is, in one word, that is the pattern recognition, because here I have to collect the data, like is suppose observed like via CCTV, will capture that suddenly purchase manager, the manner in which purchase manager used to interact with the vendor, and suddenly there is a drastic change in the, because the manner in which the purchase manager was interacting with a particular vendor, suppose till yesterday, and suddenly observed a drastic change from today onwards into the interaction. Okay. And into that interaction, suddenly on daily basis, suppose CCTV or capture that into the cabin of purchase manager. Suddenly the frequency of a CFO or procurement manager is also increased during the presence of the vendor. I hope you are getting me. I'm not going much,
Yes, yes,
because
yes.
this is a sensitive issue.
Yes, sir.
So in this manner, we'll able to capture the fraud detection, basically, the changes.
Okay, thanks. So
Yeah,
my
yeah.
last question is, how cost effective is the transition? Is it useful for small business like micro, especially for proprietary?
In propriety, it is a game changer, because into the propriety, uh, what
It's
what the
cost
one part,
effective, cost effective.
cost
How?
effect. That's what
Okay.
I'm saying with the AI.
Okay.
Because here, like I mentioned, like a person into the proprietary means one person is doing multiple jobs. He or she is playing a role of a um, purchase. He or she is look after the purchase department, so playing the role of a purchase manager. He or she is even playing the role of a marketing. Okay, and now in place of doing marketing by its own, can effectively here using the AI can create a digital marketing. Okay, can create trained a machine to create a platform. So into the proprietary, the like in from chartered accountant, you better understood, will use the one term, that is job role and segmentation, and more segmentation and more classification. So this will consider as a one type of effective logical control and preventive control. So like under the proprietorship, what is the limitation? The person is unable to invest a lot. But if suppose person can able to create a multiple AI agent here, dummy, and via that AI agent can able to execute the task, can take the maximum advantage with respect to cost benefit as well as the productivity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so nicely
Yeah.
deliberating. Uh, at it was really an interactive and enlightening session. I extend my gratitude to Sir Dynamics, sir, for having such great knowledge and enlightening all the members on this beautiful topic and very important topic, AI. It is the future of the MSME. So I hope all queries are mostly resolved. I also extend my sincere thanks to the chairman of the Committee of MSME and Startup for organizing such a good topic and arranging such a good speaker for the webinar. I also thankful to the technical team for their sincere efforts. Thanks a lot, sir. We would like to hear you again in the next future. Thank you, sir. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good,
Thank
sir.
you for wonderful
Thank you.
session.
Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for coordinating
Good, sir.
the
Good,
session.
sir.
Thank you.
Good.